almost every video I see about AI, they're using it completely wrong. And this turned me off from AI for the longest time until I realized that I could just fix it myself. So I want to share with you guys how to get more out of AI. And the biggest problem is that most people are leveraging AI to get these shiny outputs from the machine, not outputs from them. And I'll break this down very simply. And so every time I would go to watch an AI video, I would always ask myself, so what? Like, what does this actually do for me? 'Cause I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I understand if I don't make money for myself, then like my family doesn't eat. And so I'm always thinking, what does this actually do? Not how cool does it look, but like what comes out of this thing? And most of those AI use cases were so goofy. It was like, here's how you build a website. I'm like, great, bro. We've had like, I don't know, website templates for the longest time. That's not that crazy. They're like, oh, here's how you can get daily research, or it reads your emails. I'm like, okay, this stuff is cool, right? Maybe it saves a little bit of time. But what does this produce into the world? And that's what you have to ask yourself. As soon as you start viewing AI not as this cool little shiny, like, I don't know, vending machine for cool little things that you can consume, how do you use it to prompt you to get more value out? And so I want you guys to always ask yourself when you watch these AI videos, so what? So what? What does this do for me? How does this help me produce more things, produce more value to make more money? And so a good example of this is this exact video system you're watching right now. So when I first found AI, I was not doing daily videos. It took too much energy, and I started asking myself, how do I get back to producing these outputs? And so what I want you guys to do is to not think about outputs from the machine. Think about outputs that you put out with the machine into the market. So I don't see the AI outputs like this morning research paper or this, like, I don't know, document or this video idea. Like, that's not the output, okay? That's the output from the machine, but not output into the market that you're actually putting out. And so if you worry more about this output and less about the cool, shiny thing from the AI, you will start building systems that actually produce stuff. So these videos are way ahead than when you're actually seeing them. But I just had a video, the second channel video, hit 1,000 views. First one, which is crazy, which generated me subscribers, generated me like money from the AdSense, not a lot, right? But enough to pay for like a coffee. And then it generated me people into my free school group, which is completely free, by the way, which gives people on my email list for whenever I do launch an app later, I will have future users from that video. And so AI helped me put out a serious output of value to the market that then generated me, a little bit of money. It generated me users, and then later I can actually sell to those people and get real money and give them a great app. So that's the difference, okay? That's the difference. I want you guys to really judge, what does your AI put out? And the simple way to do this is once, just make sure you program your AI to kind of think about this. And so in my Claude.md file, which you don't know what that is, like, I got a free courses, no strings attached, go learn all that stuff in my freaking free course. But it's basically Claude's like memory. So in every folder that you start your Claude Cowork or Anti-Gravity, or, you don't know what that is, just basically Claude.md is Claude's memory. And so in there, I have put in there who I am and what it exists to help me do. And so I'm like, I am KJ. I'm a first principles thinker. I'm a builder. I want to create real value in the world. I don't want to look cool or just feel cool. I want to produce stuff that does things. I want things to change from the stuff that I produce. And I tell it that, hey, your job is to help me force value. Not just to make cool stuff inside of our little, world that we live in, but I mean to make cool stuff and then produce value into the world. And so it knows that, first of all. So that kind of centers itself every single time. And the next thing is just to keep track of what you create every single day of outputs. And so not what cool things do you create on your computer, but what stuff do you make that hits the market? So other people's eyeballs, or you're building a feature on an app that will hit other people's eyeballs. Like, what is entering the world? And that's going to help you focus on the right outputs, like the final outputs, not just like the ones that AI gives you at the start of your day and you're like, oh, that's so cool. But this is just the biggest mistake. And I know that it sounds simple, but if you guys will start like asking yourself this, living by this, teaching your AI to only care about this, things are going to be crazy. And so this system, like I was talking about, this example, I have AI go back through all of my if you don't have a second brain yet, I'm trying to work on my speaking. If you don't have a second brain yet, free course in the description, go freaking run it up, no strings attached. It's the exact AI second brain that I'm using right now. So my second brain keeps log of all these principles, these ideas, the projects I'm working on, all of this stuff. And then I have AI scrounge up like all the best ideas for me every morning so I can make videos about it. And it gives me YouTube titles, it gives me the intro ideas, all this cool stuff. But I understand that those outputs that it gives to me are not that great, right? If I can't speak, if I'm not good on camera, if this isn't actually valuable, if this doesn't hit the market, they mean nothing. In fact, they're negative productivity, because by doing that, it distracts me from whatever else I'm actually trying to put out. But because I understand this is just one part of the system, and I created AI to help me like record these videos quickly, and then once I record them, they literally just slash upload, and they're uploaded immediately with the right title and description. Now AI is helping me get the end output, the one that hits the market. And it's cool. I've gotten thousands of views on these videos already, just in like 2 weeks of doing it. And so that's just the lesson I want to give you guys today is be careful of these YouTubers who are giving you all these use cases when the use cases don't end up with front-facing market use cases, if that makes sense. So you building a nifty little website that doesn't do anything doesn't matter, right? You having this market research in the morning that you can read through and catch up on doesn't matter. Like what are you putting into the market? That's what matters. Now, those stuff could be cool, but you have to implement it into a system that actually gets better outputs to the market. So if you use that market research to help you create videos every single day, and those videos hit the market, now it becomes useful. But worry about that final value. And yeah, hopefully this helps. And this is my example of me doing this live. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.